Good morning, everyone. My name is Chebrolu Bhuvan. In last class, we had completed the chapter of algebra. In this class, we are going to start the new chapter, ratio and proportion. In the ratio and proportion, we will be learning the first topic is ratio. Okay. So before learning the ratio, we will be going through an example. With that, we will be understanding. See, now a shopkeeper. A person goes to a shop. He said, one pen cost is ₹2 and ₹5 and one notebook cost. Notebook cost is ₹15. Okay, ₹15 he said. So what do we said? He said one book, that is one notebook cost is ₹15 and one pen cost is ₹5. Okay, so how many times the cost of pen will be a notebook? Okay, see, the cost of a pen is ₹5 and the cost of a notebook is ₹15. How many times the cost of a pen that of a notebook? Okay, so how many times? So if you multiply this by 5, if you buy 3 pens, that is 3 pens means it will be ₹15. And if you buy one notebook, okay, if you buy one notebook, it will be also ₹15. So one notebook will be equal to 3 times the pen. Okay, this is the relation. 3 times the pen. Okay, one notebook will be equal to 3 times the pen. Okay. Okay, so what we saw? We saw one notebook. Okay, one notebook is equal to 3 times the pen. Okay, so then instead of, okay, in this way we'll be solving these such questions. See, now what is ratio? Comparison of two quantities is known as ratio. Okay, so what is ratio? Comparison of two quantities. Okay, ratio is comparison of two quantities. Okay, so the comparison of two quantities is known as ratio. Okay, is known as ratio. Okay, such as comparison of one pen, one book. Okay, if one book is ₹15 and one pen, the same case, ₹5. By comparing book by pen, that is equal to 15 by 5, that is 3 by 1. Okay, so what we had found? Okay, book by pen, that is one book by one pen. The yes, 1 by, that is 3 by 1. This we can write it as book. That is represented as B. B is to P. 3 is to 1. Okay. So this is the first point, and the second point is to is the symbol of ratio, and the colon is the symbol of ratio, and pronounced as is 2. Pronounced as is 2. Okay. So these are the two main points. Okay. The first point is comparison of two quantities is known as ratio. It's known as ratio, and is 2. This is the symbol. symbol of the ratio and it is pronounced as is to. Okay. And the third one. Okay. Ratio can be written as a fraction. Can be written as a fraction. Can be written as a fraction. Okay. See. Now 6 by 9 equal to 6:9. Both are same. So the ratio can be written as a fraction. A ratio can be written as a fraction. A ratio can be represented as a fraction. Okay. And the next point is okay. The next point. Okay. The next point we'll be learning is okay. Will be the two quantities can be compared if they have the same unit. Two quantities can be compared if they have same quantity. These are the four main points we have to remember. Okay, so the first point, ratio of comparison of quantities. The comparison of two quantities is known as the ratio. Okay, and the symbol of ratio is colon and it is denoted and it is pronounced as is to. Okay. Ratio can be written as a fraction and two quantities can be compared if they have the same units. Okay, if they have the same units, such as if 2 units 6 grams and 9 grams. 9 grams, so both are having grams, same unit. So we can compare. Okay, if they are not having the same unit, we have to convert into the specific unit. Okay, we have to convert into the specific unit. We'll be there some. Okay, and the next important thing is equivalent ratios. Okay, equivalent ratios. Okay, the next important thing is equivalent. Okay, so what are equivalent ratios? If we compare two quantities of different ratios, if we simplify, we'll be getting the same answer. Okay, we'll be getting the same answer. Okay, so wait, I will be telling one example. Equivalent ratio means if we, okay, equivalent ratio, see now, we have 60:40 and 24:60. Okay, this one we can write it as 60/40. We know simplification. Okay, 2 3s are 2 2s are. So 3/2. That is 3. And here 24/16. 4 table. 4 6 are 4 4s are. Again 2 table. 2 3s are 2 2s are. 3/2. That is equal to 3:2. This is the case of equivalent ratio. Okay, this is the case of equivalent ratio. Okay, so the two ratios having the same value is known as equivalent ratio. To find an equivalent ratio, multiply or divide the both quantities by the same word. It is the same process by finding equivalent ratios. See, this is the process of finding equivalent ratios. So the first point we have to remember in the ratio is The ratio is the comparison of two quantities. And the second point is it is denoted by is to the colon, and the symbol of the ratio is colon, and it is pronounced as is to. And the third point is ratio can be written as a fraction. And the fourth point is two quantities can be compared if they have the same unit. If the unit is not same, we have to convert into the same units. Equivalent ratio means, okay, the ratio which will be having the same values, that is known as equivalent ratio. Okay, so this is the known as equivalent ratio. Okay, so now we'll be seeing some examples to be understood clearly. Okay, we'll be seeing some examples to we'll be understanding clearly. One such case I will be telling. See. Example 1. The length and the breadth of a rectangular field are 50 meters and 15 meters respectively. Find the ratio of the length is to breadth. Okay, so what is the length? Okay, they have given the length as 50 meters and the breadth as 15 meters. Okay, so the ratio will be length is to breadth equal to 50 is to 15. Okay, now we'll be doing two methods here. How to find the reduced form. The one method is fraction converting. That is 5 tens are 5 threes are, that is 10 by 3, 10 is to 3. Otherwise, we can do it like this. Divide by 5 on 4 times. Nothing will be happening. Okay, so then n, and one more method also we can do. 50 is to 15. Directly, no need of fraction. Here itself we can cancel. 5 tens are 5 threes are 10 is to 3. Anything will be getting the same answer. See, now here the units are same. So I am able to solve it. Now, the next question. Find the ratio of 90 centimeter to 1.5 meters. Okay. So, ratio 90 centimeters to 1.5 meters. So, convert 1.5 meter into centimeter. 1.5 meter equal to 1.5 meter into 100 centimeter, that is equal to 150 centimeter. So we can write it as 90 centimeter is to 150 centimeter. The units will be cancelled. 0, 0 will be cancelled. 3 threes are 3 fives are. So 3 is to 5. Okay, 3 is to 5. Okay. See. Now one more question. There are 45 persons working in an office. How many persons? 45 persons are working in an office. If the number of females is 25, the number of males is. Okay. Find the ratio of females to the number of males, males to the number of females. Very easy question. See. The total number is 45. Total is 45. And they are given female. 25. Then how many will be the male? 45 minus 25, 20. So what is the first case? They have given ratio of number of females to the number of males. So 25 is to 20. 5 table. 5 5s are 5 4s are is to 5 is to 4. And the second one they have given us the ratio of number of males to number of females. Male to number of females. 20 is to 25. 5 4s are 5 5s are 4 is to 5. Okay. Now, the most important type of the question, but it will be a bit easy. But we have to use our mind. See. 4 14 by 21 equal to, they have given some numbers here. So first, what we have to do? We will be making this denominator into the into this. There is a one case. The other case, in the algebra we had discussed, if it is in the division, it will go that side to multiplication. Let this be the variable a. A equal to 3 into 14 by 21. Okay. 7, 7 to the 14. So the a equal to 2. So the other way is simplify this. 7 3s are 7 2s are directly can write. But this method will be not making confusions and mistakes anytime. Okay. Okay. See. Now we had completed the ratio. You can solve the exercise. If you have any doubts, you can ask me and I will be explaining you the each and every question. If you have the doubt in the next class for sure. So this is a case of ratio. Now we'll be seeing what is proportion. So what is proportion? We will be seeing. Proportion is the first point. Comparison of two ratios. Comparison of two ratios. Second point, unit is unit. Okay, this is the unit. Two semicolons. Which is the unit. Okay. Okay. So this is the case of proportion. So what is a proportion? Okay. The proportion is the two ratios. We use the symbol this are equal to. Will be used. These are the two symbols we can use. If the two ratios are in proportion, we'll be telling the ratios are equal. Okay. Always the equivalent ratios will be in proportion. Okay, that's it. So, if the proportion means if the ratios are not equal, we say not in proportion. 4 quantities will be involved in the proportion. How many quantities? Okay, 4 quantities are involved such that the product of means will be equal to product of extremes. If the product of means is equal to product of extremes, the ratios are in proportion. The product of means is equal to product of extremes means the ratios are in proportion. See, A is to B is to C is to D. Okay. If they have given like this, how to find they are in proportion or not? Product of means. These two are means they will take the first term and the fourth term are known as means. Okay. So A into B, if it is equal to the product of extremes, B into C, then the two ratios are in proportion. If they are not equal, they are not in proportion. Okay. So what is the proportion? Comparison of two ratios is known as proportion, and it is denoted by the two symbols equal to or is to, but we'll be using the two semicolons as main. And the one more important statement is the 4 quantities are involved. Respective terms. First term, fourth term. The first term and the fourth term is known as means. Second term and third term is known as extremes. The product of means is equal to the product of extremes. In this way, we'll be finding. For example, see now what we have to see. Now we have a question. Two ratios. One is 25 grams is to 30 grams. Okay, and 40 kg, 48 kg. First, let us simplify this ratio first. 25 grams, 30 grams. Good, grams cancel. 5 5s are 5 6 are 5 to 6. This one. 40 kg is to 48 kg. This one which table? 8 5s are 8 6 are. This is also 5 is to 6. Okay, now this both the ratios are equal. So they are in proportion. Or the other case, what will we do? This is the one method, and the other method is we will be not considering any units. 25. If this ratio, case in this ratio, the units are same. No need to consider. This ratio units are same, but these two ratio units are not equal also, no problem. But if here there is kg, then we have to convert this to grams and simplify this question. 25 is to 30 is to 40 is to 48. Multiply 25 into 48 is equal to 30 into 40. This one we can, what we can do? We can simplify it. We have to multiply and check first. Otherwise, we will be simplified. Okay, 5 5s are 5 8s are, right? 8 6 are. So 5 into 6 is 30. That is equal to 30. So both the ratios are in proportion. Okay, so you can do all the questions in this exercise 12.2, and with this the class ends. In this class, we have discussed about the ratio and the proportion. The ratio means comparison of two quantities. Comparison of two quantities is known as a ratio. Okay, it is denoted by colon, 2 dots like this. Okay, and it is read as is to, and it can be written as a fraction. And if the ratios are equal, then it is known as equivalent fraction. And the main important thing is proportion. So, what is the proportion? The comparison of two ratios is known as proportion. It is denoted by equal to or two semicolons, that is to. And it is also a main important point in the proportion is the product of means equal to product of extremes. Now, what is the means? The first term and the fourth term is known as means, and the second term and third term is known as extremes. Okay, so if they are equal, the ratios are in proportion. If they are not equal, the ratios are not in proportion. Thank you. If you have any doubt, you can post in the comment box. I will be answering for the questions. Please like, share, subscribe my channel.